Hi, everyone. The LAHS counselors want to welcome you to course selection week for the upcoming school year and to remind you that we're here to support you in this process. In this video, we're going to review some of the important things to think about when you're selecting your courses. Whether this is your first time going through this process or if you've gone through it several times before, you're going to want to pay close attention since there are some significant changes to how you select courses in this year's cycle. So a few things to remember. First, remember to keep in mind your LAHS graduation requirements and your UC and CSU A through G requirements, which you can find on the school's website in the counseling section. Also, take a look in SIS at your graduation status report so that you know what you need to take next year to be on track to graduate. We also encourage you to review the four-year plan that you made in ninth grade with your counselor. You should have a printed or electronic copy of this document, and your counselor can always reshare it with you if needed. If you're a freshman, you're going to create this in the very near future at your ninth grade counseling appointment. Most importantly, we want to remind you to select courses thoughtfully and with intentionality so that you have a schedule next year that is challenging and that is fun, balanced, and supports your overall well-being. Remember, your counselor is here to help and will be available throughout the course selection window, so be sure to reach out with any questions you have throughout the process.
A typical 10th grade schedule includes English, math, lab science, social studies, which might be contemporary world issues, or AP Human Geography, or AP Modern European History, or Psychology, the one-semester college preparatory class. World language, health or an elective, PE, jazz dance, yoga, marching band, or athletics. A typical 11th grade schedule includes English, math, lab science, US history or AP US history, world language, elective, and PE and/or health if still needed. A typical 12th grade schedule includes English, math, lab science, civics AP Gov or Global Connections B, econ or AP microeconomics, world language or an elective, and PE and/or health if still needed. Use the time management worksheet to have conversations with your teachers and to create a thoughtful, well-balanced schedule for next year. The course selection sheets are helpful resources to reference when selecting and entering your course requests. These sheets will be provided to students in class and are also available on the Los Altos High School website. Each provides a list of the courses available to you based on your grade level for next year. Classes are listed based on subject area and list the course title as well as the course number. How to enter course requests into Aries. First, log into your student portal. You can find a direct link on the main Los Altos High School website. If you've forgotten your password, click the Forgot Password link to recover it. I will be using a demo account for this video, so you may notice some differences between what you see on my screen compared to what's accessible in your student portal, including some of the class options, but just follow along, the process will be the same. Once you're logged in, click on Classes, then click Course Request Entry. You can add courses in a number of different ways. If you have your course request sheet handy, you can enter the course name or number as you see it in this search bar here. And once you type it in, a list of the available classes will populate in this area. You can also sort by subject area using this drop-down menu. And once you see the class that you want to add to your course request, click on it, then click the blue button that says Request Primary. Then it will show up under your primary course request list. Repeat this process as many times as you need until you have all of your course requests entered. So again, using the drop-down menu, click on the subject area and then the course that you wish to add and click Request Primary. There are some courses that are considered audition classes. Audition classes are classes that require an audition, application, or interview. Here is a list of classes offered at LAHS that require an audition process. If you plan to apply for an audition class, enter the audition class as your primary course request, and you must also enter 2 alternates for each audition class. The classes that you enter as alternates need to be non-audition classes. The audition process for each class can vary and occurs throughout the spring semester. Pay attention to the daily announcements for details. Once you've added all of your primary course requests, the next step would be to check through your list and see if there are any audition classes listed. If there are, remember that you must enter 2 alternate courses. Alternate courses are backup choices, so in the event that you are not able to get into your audition class, we would know what your backup options would be. We have an advanced jazz dance class. If my goal is to have that fulfill PE credit, I'd go to the PE subject area and add in 2 options. So in the case at Los Altos High School, jazz dance would be 1 backup option, and it is not an audition class, so I can request that as my alternate by clicking Request Alternate. And then it will appear here below under Alternate Course Requests. And to add my second option, I could click PE and Request Alternate. Another audition class would be an advanced choir class, so if my goal is to have that fulfill my visual or performing arts requirement, I could choose 2 non-audition classes as my backups. The next step to complete this alternate process would be to associate my backup options with my primary course. In order to do that, you would click Manage next to the audition class. And then, because I want this to count for PE, I would be selecting the 2 course options that would fulfill that credit and save. And once you see the 2 numbers here, you know that there are 2 backup choices associated with the audition class. Repeat that process for all audition classes. If you have a preference over which backup choice you'd prefer over the other, you can use priority sort and reposition them in the order that you wish. So if I'd rather do PE over beginning dance, I could rearrange it, and then I would know my first choice is PE, second choice beginning dance, and click Done. So remember that this process is required for all audition classes. We also highly recommend using alternate backup choices for your elective classes, classes that tend to be more popular, so that you have your best option of getting your first, second, and/or third choice if needed. Here are a few reminders. Enter all the sports you plan to participate in next year. This helps with scheduling. Add all audition courses to your course requests, and remember that you must enter alternate courses for each audition class. Students are also strongly encouraged to enter alternate courses for non-audition classes too. If you have questions about your course options for next year, or if you need help with entering your course requests, ask your school counselor for help before the course selection window closes on February 17th. Remember to make choices that will fulfill your graduation requirements, will prepare you for your post-high school plans, for example, college entrance requirements, and are aligned with your interests, abilities, and other time commitments. Counselors will be available to answer questions during the course selection window. You can drop in to see them during the days and times listed on the screen. Check the daily announcements for more information on locations. The course selection window this year is January 17th until February 17th. This process is incredibly important and should be taken seriously. You have the best chance of receiving the schedule you desire if you enter your course requests by the deadline. Students who do not enter course requests in Aries by February 17th will have their classes chosen for them by their counselor or an administrator.